What's up, everybody? Fancy new intro this week, so you don't have to waste any time with me freaking donating money. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Jericho could get you for copyright infringement for the 1 second loop of his entrance theme. I doubt it. But that's the question. Yes, is Chris Mace going to be the first spin? What's up, everybody? It is a Money in the Bank pre-show here on the No DQ channel. What's up, Noah? And of course, I am the longest reigning Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion at a whopping 435 days. I have just surpassed CM Punk, which is fitting considering the pay-per-view that's tonight, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. One that has done very well for Punk as far as the briefcase goes and that pay-per-view itself goes. Ryan Frank, I'll address the wheel of Penn in a second. Obviously, it's right here. You can win stuff. You can watch me do ridiculous stuff by me spinning the wheel. But I did want to get to my predictions because I promised I would get my Money in the Bank predictions in right at the top of the stream. So, of course, I don't have the card pulled up because, you know, that would require preparation. So, looking at the pay-per-view tonight. Matches and card. All right. We have Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. I think Seth Rollins retains. Yeah, Chris Mace, I'll get your spin in a second. Rollins retains the title. Kofi retains the WWE Championship. I'm going to say Becky Lynch retains both titles. Which seems weird, but I think they're going to do something with Money in the Bank. I know, Rift. I'm doing it. I'm trying. Men's Money in the Bank. I'm going with Baron Corbin, and I hope he wins just to piss everybody off. Corbin's my official pick. As far as the women's match, I think they're going to do something different with it. So I'm going to say Ember Moon wins. Roman Reigns beats Elias, The Miz beats Shane McMahon, and Rey Mysterio defeats Samoa Joe. Daniel Bryan and Rowan beat the Usos, and Tony Nese retains the Cruiserweight title. So there you go. All right, Chris Mace. You give me the perfect segue with the $10 Super Chat. Let me read what you said. I'm at work and you just started, so let's take a chance and spin the wheel while I'm on lunch. Okay. Those that were asking about the wheel, I have various things on this wheel, from giving away a T-shirt from my Pro Wrestling T-shirt store, which I did last week on the stream. Various professional wrestler entrances, WWE, WCW, whatever, I don't care. I'm a little stuffy, if you can't tell. I do a dance break, which is just what it sounds like. Truth time, which is essentially you gave me a personal question and I answer it honestly. I've hit it twice and nobody's taken me up on it, so we'll see. Road story, I tell a story from my time in the Indies. And there is also karaoke. And also, there is one bankrupt on the wheel. So, I did hit it last week for the first time. So, here we go. Now we got all my stuff. So, here we go. Chris Mace, here is your spin. Oh! Wow! Right off the bat, congratulations, Chris Mace. That's awesome. That happened. What a spin, you're telling me. Ah, man. So, Chris Mace, you actually get a shirt. You get a shirt. So, hit me up on Twitter with your information and shipping, and I'll get that to you. And let me know which shirt you want. That's awesome. I ended last week's stream giving away a shirt, and I start this week's stream giving away a shirt. That's awesome. That's fantastic. What a start. What a start to the stream. Good job, Chris Mace. All right. Oh, my goodness. You'll email me? That's fine. Um, you can even send me a private message on Facebook. Either one works. I know I don't answer Facebook friend requests, but you can still message me on there. I'll talk to you. No problem, Chris. Hey, congratulations again. You'll have to let me know size and all that stuff. Um, perfect. Okay, so let me get to. I didn't even start with the chat really, so here we go. Rich says the opening music is giving him anxiety. Yeah, I start with an intro. JJ says he wants a shot at my title. Hey, you know what? You want a shot? We are doing a tag team tournament for season 7. So send your information, your Skype info, and your availability to film to nodqmisc@gmail.com. I need to make a separate video for that, or somebody needs to. Jeff and I have been talking about doing it for the last 2 weeks, and we've been slacking so bad. But there you go. Ryan Frank, I hope I explained the wheel pen set well. It's basically I do a bunch of stuff or I give away shirts. And as you just saw, I landed on t-shirts, so there you go. What's up, Greg, says Mark Simpson. Not a whole lot. I'm ready for Money in the Bank tonight. I'm excited about it. Yeah, the realizing Money in the Bank is tonight. It's hard to believe. It starts at 7, so I think their pre-show starts at 6, so my stream's going to end at 6. I don't want to overlap because I'm sure a lot of people will start watching the pre-show. So there you go. Anthony says he loves the intro. I appreciate that. I just made it up last night, and I basically used the old Sensational Experience intro, but I just messed with the stream graphic. Because typically, the last few weeks, I've started the stream off looking at my phone, trying to send the stream link to everybody, and that doesn't make for good visual. So I figured, hey, while I do that, I'll have a video up in place of it. So, and it looked good. It worked out great. So, worked out good for me. Gary says, doing great, just having a rough week with the death with my grandmother. Oh, well, I'm sorry for your loss, Gary. We all go through that. I know I'm going to have to deal with that with my granddad here shortly. He's in his mid-90s. So, but he's still pretty healthy. But these days, you can never take anything for granted. So if you get the chance to, just tell your loved ones that you love them. Any chance you get. Because you can't take anything for granted. Let's see. JJ says Shane's going to beat the Miz. I'd be okay with that. I like Shane. I've said that week in and week out. I like Shane. But I don't know. I feel like Miz is going to win this cage match. It's hard to do my quick picks and do the stream at the same time. David Shevlin, do we pick the song for karaoke? You don't pick the song for karaoke just because if I don't know the song, I'm not going to do it justice. I want to at least do the song justice that I sang. I have a list of them that I pick from, but and I sing terribly, so you can make fun of me the entire time I'm singing. I don't care. Caleb says people don't see the bigger picture. As far as Kofi retaining tonight, I guess. Gary says, I'm rushing Money in the Bank to be over with so we can get AEW going. I mean, AEW doesn't start till, what, Saturday? For Double or Nothing? So yeah, Money in the Bank, it'll be good to get Money in the Bank, then you get Raw and SmackDown, and then you have a few days, well, NXT too on Wednesdays, and then you have a couple days to get yourself hyped for Double or Nothing. I don't think I'll be able to watch it live. Going out with my brother for his birthday. I think we're going to watch a movie or something. Like my brother and my family, so I won't be able to see Double or Nothing live, but I'll try and stay caught up with it so I can at least discuss it on the show next week. I'm sad because today one of my favorite Disney shows aired its final episode earlier. I'm going to miss that goofy blonde princess. I'm not sure what show you mean. Keith Johnson, 8. Oh, whoopsie. AEW is good for business, but they have an uphill battle as far as name recognition and drawing in more casual fans since their view of wrestling is jaded nowadays. AEW is good for business, but you have to remember, WCW did not start out on top of WWE. They worked their way into that, and the whole NWO angle really got them going with the name recognition as far as that goes. So I think AEW is good for business too. So all the WWE people, if they don't start out as well as WWE does as far as ratings go, you can't expect them to their first outing. Because if you expect them to, your expectations are way too high. Yes, they have great wrestling talent. They got a great roster and whatnot. And they got a good TV deal Tuesday nights on TNT. But you have to realize that a startup company, which this still is, it's a startup company, needs to garner that fan base over time. It's not going to be immediate. Gary says, thanks a bunch. She was 92, and she was the reason I love wrestling to this day. Yeah, I know my granddad, on my dad's side, liked wrestling too. And I got into it when I was probably around early 90s. So, it does mean a lot. I mean, a lot of our fandoms come from our parents and our grandparents. So, I mean, you have to appreciate the time you have with them. Keith Johnson, they're off to a good start. Chris May sent me the info on Messenger. Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah, I got your message. Aaron says, let someone pick from the list if they hate karaoke. I'll need to start adding more songs to it because I only have like 16 or 17. The real issue is the sooner we can get Money in the Bank over with, the sooner we can clean our hands of WWE's crap. Well, I mean, AEW might be good, but it's all speculation until they run their first show on Saturday. If their first show is awesome and they continue it with their TV deal, we'll go from there. And if it gives WWE the kick in the butt that they need, so be it. I hope it does. I hope this is like Attitude Era 2.0. Everybody's been joking about, oh, we need the Attitude Era to come back. AEW might be that catalyst. Caleb's, yeah, people don't see the bigger picture of Kofi retaining. Do you think WWE rep going AEW again? I don't know what that means. Caleb Jacobs said lacing as far as Goofy Blonde Princess. Have a smoke and relax. What's up? The Vargas had a $1.99 super chat. Bro, you look like Lil Uzi Vert. I don't know what that means either. I'm in the top chat, no wonder. Sure, I skipped over a couple of these. Anyway, I'm already caught up with the live chat. There you go. So, the Real SC, thoughts on Pac withdrawing from AEW? That's a little weird thing. That's kind of... I understand he wants to keep his credibility with... I want to say Progress, but I don't think that's right. Whatever indie company he works, he wants to keep his credibility there. But AEW is a brand new company. It's the other companies. How you look on their programming should not affect how you work in another company. Like your booking shouldn't matter there. However, there could be a lot of disgruntled WWE talent that depart to AEW. think it's good to be more sport-oriented. They should give their characters more creative freedom. The fact that they script promos so much, I appreciate it, Gary. Spread the word for today's live stream. I appreciate that. I've said it. This is another thing I've said every week. If you give the wrestlers the ability to cut promos on their own, let them sink or swim, determine from the crowd reactions who gets them over, then you got your product. But if you keep forcing people to listen to the same scripted promo stuff, Ken with $5 super chat. You don't have enough money this week, but you'd like to hear my predictions. I believe you have the option to like rewind and see my predictions. I think. Yeah, you can. You can see my predictions, and I did them at the top of the show. But back to my promo thing. If you let the wrestlers get over by themselves, then you know who to push. Because you don't know who to push if you can't get the people to get the reactions you want. If you don't get the reactions you want, the problem, Aaron ripped up with another $5 so he gets a spin. There you go. Teamwork. All right. Ken, you get a spin, and I hit a T-shirt for the first one, so let's see if I can duplicate that. I'm going to be losing money if I get all T-shirt spins, but AC, what's up? You missed some good entrances from Cherry last week. You did. I did Val Venus's entrance, Mr. Perfect's, and who else did I do? I can't remember off the top of my head. But here you go, Ken, with yours and Aaron's spin, I guess. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Holy crap. Ken. I'm going to go broke this show. I'm going to go broke this show. Ken, you want a shirt? Thanks to Aaron's teaming. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's 3 straight spins I've gotten to give away shirts. So, Ken, send me your information on Twitter at PA Sensation. Just send me a DM with your shipping information, which shirt you want, and there you go. I mean, you guys have seen these shirts are $20 a piece, and you guys are getting them for $10 spins. Whew. Wow. I'm telling you. Is Twitter the only option? No. If you have Facebook, you can private message my Facebook account, because that's what Chris Mace had to do. So find me on Facebook and just message me there. Otherwise, I'll have to write down my email. But yeah, let me know what shirt you want, your size, and all that happy crap, and we'll get that out to you. Rift will get me my money pretty quick here to order the. Next person that spins, I'll match that $10 for a random person in the chat. Yeah, it's Greg Cherry on Facebook. So there you go. Rift is giving a bonus spin out today. So the next person that spins, that donates $10 via Super Chat or by Streamlabs, you have the opportunity. One of the people in the chat has an opportunity for another spin. So 2 spins at least with the next donation. What time is it over there, Greg? It is currently 20 after 3 here on the East Coast. So that's pretty exciting. That's a good deal. Rift is donating some money here on the Super Chats. Getting some more spins on the wheel pen set. That's awesome. Yeah. So the next person to donate $10, Rift will donate $10 as well. Wish I had the money, brother. Damn, paying mortgage sucks. Yeah, you're not kidding. Greg, the cherry with 2 stones. Wow. Um, Wayne Gross, I know Chris Mace. I wear an extra large. Hello and congratulations, Aaron and Ken, for the t-shirts. David Shevlin, what are your thoughts for Andrade as Money in the Bank winner/holder? I'd be okay with Andrade winning. I mean, it's a better option than Del Rio years ago. I think he's done well. I think the addition of Zelina Vega has been huge for him. Like, Zelina Vega has been a lifesaver for Andrade's career ever since NXT, because he was floundering in NXT for a while. The Real AC says Andrade is my pick. I probably should have picked him, but it's WWE and they like to go whatever direction they want. So that's why I picked Corbin. Cherry, how is Andrade on the mic? I've never heard on this. Is he okay? To be honest, I haven't really heard a promo from him either, because Zelina does pretty much all of his talking. So Gary says, I'm predicting Sammy because he's coming off a job, credible guy in the match. Plus, why would they put him in last minute? Just to fill Strowman's spot. Apparently Strowman's still hurt, which I'm glad they took Strowman out of the match, because if he would have won again and had as terrible of a cash-in, you might as well end the Money in the Bank concept. Because the last 2 men's Money in the Bank cash-ins have been abysmal. Corbin's was embarrassing. Strowman's was just pathetic. Because it was a match that happened, it was a Hell in a Cell that went to a no contest. That was your Money in the Bank match. It was so stupid. Unorthodox Man, is there a Bray Wyatt appearance tonight? That could happen. They could also be holding him off to do more episodes of Firefly Funhouse. I mean, he just had his kid. And Rift is just reminding everybody, the next person to do a $10 spin, Rift will donate a $10 spin to one of the people in the chat, so... Cherry, Strowman's cash-in match should have been RVD's cash-in match. Are you talking about you saying Van Dam shouldn't have won the title, or Strowman should have? I don't know what you mean by that. So, yeah, we got the wheel Penson already giving away 2 shirts today. I was starting to get a little bit of anxiety before last week, being like, I haven't given away a shirt, and now in my last 3 spins, I've given away 3 shirts. So it can happen. And you get a good deal, because not only do I pay the cost of the shirt, I pay the shipping too. So you guys make out pretty well on that. Greg, what was the best and worst Money in the Bank ladder match in WWE history? The best? I really enjoyed the 2014 Money in the Bank ladder match, the one that Seth Rollins won. That was a really good one. The first one was really good. The one that Mr. Kennedy won was good. Probably the one that Jack Swagger won. Or the one that Cena won. Probably amongst the worst. Because they're not very memorable. Like, Cena was beating Big Show up with a briefcase and, like, the handle fell off. That was kind of a anticlimactic way of winning. And then Cena went and lost or he failed to win the title in his cash-in. So, there you go. Nathan Timlin, do you think Sasha will come back tonight? Because adding Nikki Cross feels a bit underwhelming. I hope so. I would love to see Sasha like attack somebody in the match and then enter the Money in the Bank match and win it. It makes me wonder what kind of reaction Sasha would get. Gary says, my favorite was the inaugural Money in the Bank. It was a good one. The 6 of them kicked butt. Keith Johnson with the $2 super chat. Bray Wyatt's supposed to have a split personality. That would be okay. That would be okay if he was part Firefly Funhouse guy and part like dark Bray Wyatt. Chris Mays with another spin. All right. The spin is for my friend Belinda, who loves the show. We'll never forget Erin taking time to autograph her stuff and mail it to her. We'll always be grateful for that, so that spin is for her. Okay. Chris Mace with a $10 super chat. So here we go. Let's see if I get another. Chris Mace already has one t-shirt, so let's see if he gets another. Karaoke. Okay. All right, let me pull up my list here. And Rift is donating a free spin to Tom Huxley. So, Tom, this spin is for you via Aaron. So, here we go. Chris, I will read you off the list of karaoke songs in 1 second. Heck of a spin. And an entrance. There you go. Tom Huxley or Aaron Rift. You get to choose the entrance I get to do. That was a heck of a spin, looking back at it. It was just shy of the bankrupt, too, so there you go. All right. So, Chris Mace, let me look at... that's for Tom to decide. That's fine. HBK's theme should definitely be in your list. I don't know if it's... I don't know if they have a karaoke version of that one. I have a couple Alice in Chains songs. I have Stained. I have The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. I have a Breaking Benjamin song. I have Beatles songs. I have Tantric. Up to you, really. Doink the Clown. Oh, boy. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me put it this way. Do you want babyface Doink or do you want heel Doink? Because there is a slight difference. Have a smoke and relax. All amazing songs, Cherry. You can tell WWE influenced your music taste just like me. Definitely did. What's up, Zach? How you doing? We've been spinning the wheel quite a few times today. Giving away 2 shirts already. Chris May, she loves Queen. If you have any Queen songs, I could find some. Everybody want me to do Bohemian Rhapsody? Tom Huxley wants me to do the heel. Okay, let me see if I can heel Doink. All right. I think I'll do the karaoke first. Bohemian Rhapsody. All right. Bohemian Rhapsody it is. Let me see if I can do it justice. Alright, so I'll find that and I'll find I don't know if I'll be able to find a So Bohemian Rhapsody first, and then Doink, heel Doink entrance. So when he first debuted. All right, so here we go, Bohemian Rhapsody, and I'm kind of stuffed up, so this will be interesting. All right, here we go. Off my screen ad. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anyway the wind blows doesn't really matter to me. Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head, pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, but now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. Again, this time tomorrow. Carry on, that's about what really matters. I'm butchering the gravity of the song. Too late, my time has come. Send shivers down my spine, body's aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody, I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, I don't wanna die. Sometimes I wish I'd never been born at all. I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche, looking through the fandango, thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo, 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 Magnifico. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, spare him his life from his monstrosity. Easy go, will you let me go? Please smile out, no, we will not let you go. Please smile out, we will not let you go. Please smile out, we will not let you go. We'll not let you go. We'll not let you go. Let me go. No. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, let me go. He's impossible, that's the devil put aside for me. For me. So you think you can stop me and spin mine? So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Oh, baby, can't do this to me, baby. Just gonna get out, just gonna get right out of here. Nothing really matters, anyone can see. Nothing really matters, nothing really matters to me. Oh, that was intense. Tom Huxley says, "Don't quit your day job." I'm not gonna. Aaron Riff says, "Nice Marvel now, Mamma Mia." I felt it was perfect time to do it. Wow. And now I gotta do a doink entrance. See, this is the stuff you get from the Wheel of Pensing. I don't sing well, but I try my best. Friggin' Bohemian Rhapsody on the show. Alright. Alright, let me see. Rift, I have to use the copyrighted version. Deal with it. With the entrances, there's no way around it. I can't find a good heel one of him at like 16-bit. So, here we go. As requested, the heel Doink the Clown entrance. I didn't tilt up for that one, apparently. Making kids cry, bro. You know, that was a terrifying entrance in the early 90s. Speaking of Doink, I think his character works in today's WWE. I'm not going to say Bray Wyatt's character is similar, but like a friendly gimmick that's kind of creepy. Hey, anybody can watch the show that they want, Ken. If his wife is watching along with, that's fine. Just as long as they're, just watching. Brian Montgomery, excited about Bray's return. Yeah, I think it'll be good. I think his entire build-up. I was really confused with the initial Firefly Funhouse, but then as it started to happen, as it started to unfold, it was like, okay, this is a completely different character. This is awesome. It's just been solid. Yeah, everyone should watch me. Everyone should. I got the wheel out of the camera shelter. Need to get it together. Somebody needs to hold me accountable. Keep the wheel Pensa and in camera view at all times. Gary says I need to make this new gimmick slow and easy and not rush it by destroying it. Or destroy it by rushing it, either way. Yeah, I think the fact that they're going slow with this, just showing a couple of minutes of them with the vignettes and the Firefly Funhouse stuff, keep that up. Keep it up for another month or so. But don't take too long in re-debuting the character. Tom Huxley said the show reminds me of my childhood memories. Yeah. The Real AC. Speaking of scary wrestlers, did Undertaker's appearance scare young children in his early years from 90 to 94? Yeah. I remember watching the 91 Survivor Series, and kids were crying as Taker was even making his entrance. Gary says, a friend of mine will let me use his card so I can send a $20 super chat. There you go. There you go. You want a t-shirt. Hey, a $20 super chat gets you 2 spins, Gary, too. So you could actually win 2. There you go, Wayne. Hey, the more people that watch this, the bigger this gets, the more ridiculous it's going to get. Let's be honest. Because the more people that make me do stuff, the more entertaining it will be. It won't. There will be like little wrestling discussion and just 3 hours of me being ridiculous every week. Which, let's face it, isn't that more entertaining? Really, see, I bet adults like Taker back then went and were tired of Hogan. That's possible. I mean, he did get a pop when he won the title, but that's just probably because there was a title change for the first one-on-one match in Survivor Series history. Which it was a good one. It was an entertaining one. I watched the 91 Survivor Series so many times as a kid. Because I didn't have a whole lot of tapes of wrestling. Actually, it was more a couple Survivor Series. I didn't even have any Rumble tapes growing up. I just, in later years, got to watch some of the older Rumbles. Ken says there were fans cheering when Hogan got eliminated in the Rumble. Yeah, by Sid. And you know what? Let me just rant for a little bit on that for the 92 Rumble. Sid did absolutely nothing wrong in that spot. He eliminated Hogan. It was part of the rules of the match. He didn't come in illegally and eliminate him. It was straight up Sid eliminated Hogan. And then Hogan cheated to eliminate Sid. So Hogan should have been the heel going into WrestleMania instead of Sid. Because Sid didn't do anything wrong. Hogan did something very wrong in helping Flair win the title. Just a thought. I love the 92 Rumble, don't get me wrong. One of the best WWE Championship matches in history, but Gary says, my friends are watching your live stream currently with me, so it looks like we're all going to pinch some super chats. Hey, you know what? They don't even have to have a YouTube account to send super chats. You see the Streamlabs link right there, streamlabs.com/luckofthedraw1. They can all go on their smartphones or whatever and send the money in the same way a super chat works, along with a little message or whatever to get the spin. So they don't even have to all be logged into the same account. If you want to do it one fell swoop, there you go. 42nd Street Matthew. So what you're saying is Bobby Heenan was always right about Hogan. Heenan was right about Hogan. I side with the brain. When you're a kid, you side with Hogan. When you're an adult, you side with Bobby Heenan. That's how it works. Because Bobby Heenan, as hilarious and biased as he was right in this instance. My friend Justin said this is going to be more entertaining than his wife will give him. Well then. Not more entertaining than what my wife gives me. Ho! Oh my. It's a good thing Jet doesn't watch this stream. Tom Huxley, Bobby Heenan, best manager of all time. Yes. Best color man of all time, too. Him and Monsoon. Oh, my goodness. It's getting weird up in here. Gary with the savage comment of the day. Yeah. That's what I should do. Savage comment of the day. Ken says, Tom, he's awesome, but I think Heyman is better. Aww. You need to watch some of Heenan's early stuff, like before he was in the booth full time. You're the best, Cherry. This is why I tuned in after my shitty week. Well, I'm glad I can provide you some entertainment. That's what this entire thing is stretched to do. I let you guys have fun on this trip because you see the wrestling discussion on the channel all the time. You see the trivia stuff and all that other stuff. This is kind of a break from that, but it's still related, I guess. Chris Cahill, thoughts on Ashley news and thoughts on her WWE career. I was very shocked to hear about Ashley. It's actually coming from my sister-in-law's husband's stepmom's funeral, if you follow that, on Thursday. Left that, and then I saw the news about Ashley. It was like, holy crap! I knew she wasn't like old. I didn't even realize like she had anything going on, but it was very sad. I liked Ashley. She was actually a crush of mine. I thought she was gorgeous. Still was. Still is. You know. You heard Ashley passed away due to depression over concussions in the past. That's possible. Excuse me. Tom Huxley, how will AEW last if their pay-per-views are $49.99 each? WWE still around, aren't they? And they only started the network stuff, what, 5 years ago? They'll be fine. People complain and be like, oh, we get the network pay-per-views. AEW doesn't have a network because they don't have shows yet. Ken says Ashley is cool. I was jealous of Matt. He had 2 hot vixens. Yeah, between Ashley and Lita. Don Wooding, congratulations to the big wheel winners today. There still could be more, Don. We'll see. Gary says, what indie shows did you do in PA? My friends Katie and Charlotte did stuff for PBW Entertainment. I'm not familiar with that company. I did stuff for PWX, which is now Rise. I did stuff for an organization called 5 Star Wrestling. Briefly. I did stuff for an Ohio company or West Virginia called BDW, Black Diamond Wrestling. I did RWA, Renegade Wrestling Alliance, for a little bit. I did go to a few different places. PPW doesn't ring any bells, though. This was years ago, by the way. The Real AC says, honest opinion of Nelson Frazier Jr., Mabel Viscera, Big Daddy V. He was a heck of an athlete for as big as he was. Hazleton, PA. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that. Mabel shouldn't have won King of the Ring. Hey, I went to a pay-per-view that was main evented by Mabel. SummerSlam 95 in Pittsburgh. I liked him. I thought his years as Viscera were probably his best. Pretty sure he was only ever hardcore champion. Nathan Timlin, yeah, the AEW deal is on ITV in the UK, which is on free TV, so a lot of eyeballs will be watching. There you go. David Shevlin, what do you think about the rumors of Vince and Triple H falling out and all the creative seem to have little influence? Seems like worrying times as long as Vince is around. You know what? AEW is coming around at the perfect time if WWE is creatively floundering. Because People can voice their frustrations with WWE by tuning into AEW and seeing a completely different product. So good on them. I hope it does well. I really hope it does well. Like, I'm not going to pick a side, obviously. But for the sake of the business, I hope AEW does well. Don Wooding, so my favorite question, update on WTC Season 7. We need to get people interested in participating in Season 7 of Wrestling Trivia Challenge. NoDQ, MISC at gmail.com. Send in your Skype username and your availability to film, and then I need to put together the brackets. It's an 8-team tournament, so 16 people total, but in teams of 2. Realizing Mabel wasn't a great wrestler, but seemed like a down-to-earth guy, all things considered. Never got to meet him, so I couldn't tell you. As far as Big Daddy V, you agree with Jeff that Viscera should wear a shirt. Yeah, it was not a good look for him. I know what they were going for, like a big, intimidating dude, but it was not a good look for him at all. Gary, honestly, I feel WWE is killing the product more and more each week. Yes, you can bring back TV 14, but I don't think that's going to change anything because you need more storylines than how it used to be. Well, the thing is, I think Vince would be more inclined to listening to his creative team and like his agents if he had the competition. And if AEW provides the competition, he'll do whatever it takes to win. So it won't just be him. Don is asking if I did quick picks for the pay-per-view. I did it at the beginning of the stream. I did my quick picks for the pay-per-view before all the spins of the Wheel of Pennson started to come in. So yeah, I really hope the writing won't change the quality. They need good, consistent writing. They don't need writing necessarily. They need booking, which is different. Because you can write stories, but you can also book things on a show to go the way you want. You need what you really need. Excuse me. I lost my train of thought. You need the ability to cut your own promos and get yourself over and get the story over. Because if you have writers that do not know anything about wrestling, you cannot get stories over. Period. End. You can't do it. And that's my biggest frustration. Imagine if they would have scripted all Austin stuff. I bet WCW would be in business now. Or the wrestling business would have folded all together and this wouldn't even be happening. David Shevlin just says it all when Vince is in charge of all the storylines and scripting, what people say. And then you have the Bray storyline, which is probably the most intriguing thing. That's because they basically gave Bray Wyatt a little bit of creative freedom to do what he wants to do. If they stick with that and keep that character intact, Bray Wyatt will be the most over person because they'll know he's not a scripted, like, people want authenticity. People don't want anything forced down their throats. And that's my biggest thing. You don't want stuff forced down their throats. Talking about Matt Striker, why didn't he stay a wrestler? I think he's a better commentator anyway. His wrestling was generic. I mean, he's talented, but his better work is on the microphone. Are you familiar with Sami Callihan? He's one of my favorites working today. Fantastic heel, and I think he has the potential to be a great anti-hero someday. Yeah, WWE didn't really give Sami Callihan / Solomon Crowe a chance in NXT. They gave him the hacker gimmick, and then he just left the company. It's one of those weird things. But I think he's flourished outside, and good for him. The only thing that's keeping WWE in place is honestly NXT, which is hard to believe. Well, you figure NXT is what a wrestling show should be. NXT is a wrestling show booked by people who worked in wrestling. Raw and SmackDown are written by people who don't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch. So, there you go. Cherry, I didn't know about the hacker gimmick. That's why we have you for fun facts. That's why I've been champion for 435 days, too. I got a lot up here as far as wrestling goes. Probably too much. How I've been with a woman for 10 years is beyond me. Nah, she's awesome. Chris Cahill, was it the original plan for Steve Austin to be as big as he was with a blue-collar SOB that does anything as he pleased? I don't know if they expected him to be as popular as he actually was. But it worked out well for him. Dr. Scorpio, I think WWE likes to pretend that NXT doesn't exist. Well, their bookings in NXT don't exist. But think about it. Alexa Bliss and Carmella didn't really do much in NXT. And then they became successful on the main roster. Bayley was huge in NXT and has done probably jack squat since coming to the main roster. Yes, she was women's champion. Yes, she was women's tag team champion. But her better matches were in NXT. Same with Sasha. Sasha was a 4-time women's champion in WWE, don't get me wrong, but her finest moments were in NXT. Just a thought. Alright. So we're an hour into this stream. Already given away 2 shirts off of 4 spins. Done very well today. I'm still waiting for people to send in their Streamlabs stuff or their super chats. Gotta get some more spins out here today. Let's try and beat last week, guys. Ken says, I feel sorry for Bayley. She has an innocent look and could have gotten over if she turned heel on Sasha Banks. They screwed up that storyline. One of the things I can't stand are when you have something brilliant in your hands and you screw it up. They could have had gold with a heel Bayley and a face Sasha Banks, and they squandered it just to make them a team eventually. It worked with a bar. It worked with a bar. Short term, we didn't think it would. Long term, it did. With Sasha and Bayley, they left a lot on the table by straying away from a feud. It shows you in-ring skills don't guarantee you success. You need more than that. That's true. Shelton Benjamin, for example, couldn't cut a promo to save his life, but he was talented in the ring. He made Intercontinental Champion and Tag Team Champion, but he never was able to get main event status. Which is sad, because I like Shelton. I wish they'd be able to do something with him now, but they don't do anything with Shelton Benjamin. It drives me nuts. Why do you bring him back if he's just going to flounder in the lower mid-card? Shelton is a way better athlete than that. Give him a mouthpiece. Give him Heyman, crying out loud. If he needs help doing promos, give him somebody that can cut promos. Not Leo Rush, obviously, because he helped Lashley and now he's gone because he's a friggin' big mouth. Ken says, I like Shelton, but I hate his theme now. Yeah, I agree. His Ain't No Stopping Me theme is better than Like, what is that? What is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be intimidating? Um, Mr. Anderson, anyone know why Alexa Bliss was pulled from the Women's Money in the Bank? Um, she, it's probably they're being cautious with her past injuries. And would you really want her in a ladder match? It's fine. I mean, keep Alexa out as long as she needs to get healthy. Gary, who did William Regal lose the TV title against on an episode of Nitro in March of '97? I want to say Alex Wright, but I don't think that's right. I don't have my history in front of me. So, was it Prince Ikea? Huh. Okay. Guess that makes sense. I forgot Ikea was TV champion briefly. Could we see Bray Wyatt interfere on a match this show? If he doesn't interfere, they should at least have a new Firefly Funhouse during the course. Gary said you should challenge Cherry for the Wrestling Trivia Challenge title. Submit your stuff. NoDQMISC@gmail.com. I always need challengers. Used to think Ikea was pronounced Iyakuya. 42nd Street Matthew says Ikea defeating Regal was actually in February '97. Oh, we got trivia stuff going on in the chat. Sweet. Chris Cahill says, just curious how come Pete Dunne isn't called up yet. As far as I know, Pete Dunne is facing Walter again soon for the NXT UK Championship. As far as I know, I don't know that. Gary, enter the tournament. Send your stuff. That's perfectly fine. If you make the triple threat, you have a good shot at taking the title from me. And I've beaten people that have watched wrestling for 3 decades. So it'd be a good challenge. Send in your stuff. Mr. Anderson, Greg, do you think... Wow! Rift is doing the $10 deal again. Greg, do you think Bray Wyatt's new gimmick is going to be like Finn Balor's demon gimmick? We see the mask every other pay-per-view. Not sure. Not really sure. All right. Aaron is doing another deal where if somebody sends in another $10 for a super chat, somebody else in the chat gets a free spin. So, Gary, the email address is nodqmifc, like miscellaneous, at gmail.com. Here, I'll even write it on the chat for you. That's the email address you guys send it to send your stuff. Click the $sign button to send a super chat, or send a Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/luckofthedraw1. Either way the money gets there. And you can do that. So we have a possibility of 2 spins coming up if somebody sends in another $10 super chat. Rift is being very generous. Somebody in here could win a shirt. CC Drink. Wish I can. Don't have the money. No job since my husband died with cancer. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, no worries. I appreciate you for joining in on the stream. Um, sorry to hear about your husband. Um, so, I do want to. Cherry Mark says, "Do you think tonight's show will be solid, and which match could steal the show?" Um, I know the women's Money in the Bank last year was probably one of the best on the show. The men's was okay. I think the women's was better. I hope it's the same quality of show for tonight. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I do want to bring this up. Um, YouTube.com/luck of the draw. Jeff and I actually started reviewing full shows on there. So you can watch, Jeff and I both watch together the WWE Invasion pay-per-view from 2001. Um, the same one with the inaugural brawl. We watched that the entire way through. We reacted to it as it happened. Um, I think it went well. So you guys can check that out on the channel. I'm also going to be uploading this week, uh, the next week of WrestleMania 2000 for the N64. I was a little bit behind on that, but I should get that uploaded in the next day or two. All right, Aaron sent $10 super chat. This free spin is for CC Drink. So CC Drink, you get a free spin courtesy of Aaron. So here we go. Let's hope it lands on something good for you. An entrance. Okay, CC Drink. You get to choose any wrestler's entrance for me to do. I almost landed on shirt, but didn't quite. So CC Drink, you get to choose any wrestler's entrance you want to watch me perform. All right. I'm getting ready just in case that's an intense one. Alexa Bliss. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can find a good. Yep, I need to tilt my camera up a little bit too. That was a big problem last time. I didn't tilt my camera up. So. I know you're gonna get hit with. And Greg, my request, add a little bit of heel doink at the end of the Alexa entrance. Random, but okay. All right. I'm gonna have to use the theme again, Aaron. You're just gonna have to get used to it. You don't get copyright strikes, so what do you care? If it starts becoming an issue, I'll lay off and try and find different ones. But it's tough to find the specific songs in that frame of time. Mr. Anderson, when will Aaron Riff do entrances? No Strikes video just gets demonetized. It doesn't affect the freaking. Nobody watches it after the fact, so it doesn't matter. Still get the super chat money. Start right away. Okay. Highly unlikely in all likelihood I do entrances. All right. So here we go. Alexa Bliss's entrance. Tilt up a little more. So that way you see. There was your little bit of doink in the beat in the end. Yes. So there you go. Got what you wanted. You got Alexa Doink. Back here. Either way. All right. So the wheel Pensen is doing well today. Cherry Mark. Greg, who's your dark horse to win the men's? First pick is Andrade. Second has to be Zayn. Would love to see Owens beat Kofi only for Zayn to cash in on KO. That would be interesting. Rennie Dodd Bernadette. Hi all. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, I think Andrade is a good pick. I picked Corbin. He probably won't win, but if he does win, I'll have a nice laugh because I like Corbin. I saw, my wife and her sister were talking about that Thursday night. That Taco Bell is opening a hotel and resort. And I was like, what the frick? It's such a weird thing. Cherry Mark, did you see Corbin's new attire? Yeah, it's basically what he wears now, but he has his lone wolf shirt underneath, and he just wears the lone wolf stuff during the house shows, which I mean, I like it. He said he was gonna wear double the vests tonight. He's just messing with people on Twitter. You would be shocked or you wouldn't be if Corbin wins for the second time in 3 years. Corbin needs a do-over for his Money in the Bank. What happened to him was terrible. Granted, he now has a record for the shortest WWE Championship match in the company's history, but I don't know. I thought it was bad. I felt so bad. I saw him cashing in, and I was excited to see him cash in. It's like he's going to win the title, and then I felt in the back of my mind, it's like no, he's going to lose somehow. And when I saw how he lost, I was so pissed. I was so pissed that he lost that way. I was so annoyed. I'd like to see Corbin with one of the top championships, whether it be the Universal, which will probably be the one he gets, or the WWE if he decides to go over to SmackDown and get it. Chad Gable changed his look too. I haven't even seen him lately. Cherry Mark, would you complain if Orton wins? If Orton wins, I would be really shocked. Because Orton's what, a 14-time world champion. 13, I think. So him winning Money in the Bank, which is a match he's already won and cashed in successfully, I don't know who that would benefit, really. Chad Gable has shorter hair now. Okay, good for him. Hopefully he's able to do something on SmackDown, because all he's done so far on SmackDown is get beat up by Lars Sullivan. Kabuki Warriors was also the name of a shitty fighting game on the original Xbox. I thought that name was familiar. The real IC is Puerto Rican and Cuban. Huh, cool. I knew somebody who was Puerto Rican and when I went to college. Anderson, I need to check that out because Robert Roode looks good with short hair. Well, Robert Roode, whatever, has had short hair since he was world champion in TNA. Gary says, I would like to see Ricochet, but I only see him being there to take a nasty bump like every high flyer. Yeah, Ricochet is going to do some interesting stuff there. Cute LAX theme. There you go. LAX. Were you a fan of Sandow winning Money in the Bank? I was behind it until I saw he was cashing in on Cena. Knew he would be buried after the fact. Sandow winning Money in the Bank made sense. I felt like it benefited Cody Rhodes more than it did Sandow. Obviously, now in the long run, it benefited Cody Rhodes way more. Yeah, it didn't really help Sandow's case at all. Because he was buried for a long time before he finally got his gimmick with The Miz. What is Braun going to do tonight now that he's got no match? Flip cars in the parking lot. I don't know. I don't care. Braun's lost all his steam to me. He was supposed to have like a feud with Samoa Joe. I think it was supposed to be Money in the Bank, and now he's got nothing. So I don't know. Chris Cahill, where would you rank Orton among the all-time greats? Maybe up there with Bret Hart. I mean, Orton is definitely one of the all-time greats. It's a shame that nobody's going to be able to talk about his match with Benoit anymore on WWE programming, because that was really the match, obviously this is his first world title, that really put him in that upper echelon, because he and Benoit had a hell of a match at SummerSlam. I understand why they don't talk about it, but it makes me sad because that was such a great match, and nobody in WWE is going to talk about it anymore because of Benoit. It's like, come on. I have a feeling The Miz will wear Damian Sandow blue bathrobe against Shane McMahon. I doubt it. Shock of the night of the pay-per-view is going to be a Dominic heel turn, I guarantee it. He'll be like, that's for agreeing to put me, like, my custody up on the line in a ladder match 14 years ago, Dad. Orton found the title in the ring in 04, you mean, Greg? Yeah, sure. I mean, if Dominic turned heel, that wouldn't be a surprise. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of would be. It'd be different. It'll see if Dominic can become a decent superstar in his own right. He'll do better than David Flair did in WWE. Anybody remember David Flair's Titantron, which was just a thing of him posing over like his like nameplate and Ric Flair looking super disappointed? It's so great. Joe versus Mysterio, SummerSlam 05 repeat. Custody of Dominic at SummerSlam 19. I don't think you can do a custody battle because I think he's older than that age. Because he was only like 7 or 8 or something. For Second Street Matthew. That was tremendous. I was a big fan of David Flair, especially with Crowbar and Daphne. You know, one of my favorite matches from Super Brawl 2000 was actually Flair and Crowbar against the Mamalukes. That match was very entertaining for me. I don't know, I enjoyed it. Shane McMahon versus David Flair. Shane would kick David's ass. Yeah, he would. Shane's the best in the world. What are you talking about? Custody battle for a 24-year-old. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just saw Fighting with My Family for the first time. I thought Thea Trinidad did a great job as AJ Lee character. Yeah, Zelina Vega, Thea Trinidad, did very well as AJ. She even had the accent down, which I don't know if you guys watch Up, Up, Down, Down, but Zelina Vega did an episode or two of Battle of the Brands with Woods and Breeze, and she was like rattling off all these different accents. She is super talented, super good at like doing all the different accents. So good. Greg, you can't deny Shane O'Mac has had match of the night at Mania against AJ. Could see him do coast to coast off the cage tonight to Miz. I'm not denying that. Shane and AJ was the best match at WrestleMania 33. I've always loved Shane. I'm not going to deny anything about how good Shane is. You'll never see me that. In fact, I'll fight somebody and be like, listen, Shane McMahon has not had a bad match. Believe it or not, like all the one-on-one matches Shane has had, I can't think of a bad one. I remember a Nitro segment from 2000 that featured David Flair and Vince Russo. It even featured a young Charlotte Flair who was 13. Why too would he say, hi Greg, please say nighty to my girlfriend Tori. She'll find it funny. Nighty Tori. Mr. Anderson, that's the way it's real. Yeah. Let me guess, you had a crush on Ashley / Charlotte back then. Do you think AEW needs someone at the top like a Vince McMahon? Can't have the inmates running the asylum. Well, I mean, it essentially is the inmates running the asylum. But those inmates, I mean, the people who signed with AEW know what they're getting into. It's Cody Rhodes's and the Young Bucks company. They're running the show. Will they put themselves over all the time? That'll remain to be seen. If it's just a company where they put themselves over, that'll be annoying after a while. But if they actually like put on fantastic shows and like tell great stories, then there you go. The segment with Flair and Russo at Flair's house is tremendous. I think they showed David's room as just being a mattress on the floor in a garage or something. I'm surprised Flair went along with as much as he did because Russo was basically... It was worse almost what Russo was doing to Flair as opposed to what Bischoff did with him. You know? Cherry Mark, could we see AEW invasion angle like the WCW invasion angle? Or am I dreaming too hard? I think you're dreaming too hard because AEW is not even officially running a show yet. Probably why too, Woody. She missed a couple entrances I did. I did Heel Doink and Alexa Bliss. You guys make me run the gamut of like different wrestler entrances, and it's fantastic. One week I did the Ultimate Warriors and was gassed for about 10 minutes. You guys definitely make me... you guys make me work for it. I would take Russo Book 2000 WCW over WWE Today anytime. I'd rather have So Bad It's Funny over just boring and frustrating. They just added, or they're going to add, more episodes of Thunder to the network. I want them to put the entire gamut of Thunder up because I think I'm going to request for Jeff that we do a series just watching episodes of Thunder, like for our Flashback Fridays. Who's the best heel in WWE today? Owens, Corbin, Orton, or Joe? Probably Corbin, because, I mean, Owens does get a reaction, Joe gets a reaction too, but Corbin gets, like, genuine heel heat. People, like, can't stand Baron Corbin, which is fantastic. I love Baron Corbin. I think Corbin, really. And it will shock a lot of people to be like, Hey, why aren't some of these other people top heels or whatever? I would say Tommaso Ciampa if he wasn't hurt. Because Ciampa as a heel is amazing. Shouldn't surprise anybody, but Mr. Anderson, I heard rumors that Triple H is frustrated with how WWE is going right now. Have you heard the same? I have. I mean, it's been on no DQ. I've heard that. Uh, yeah, I don't blame him. Creatively, you need more than just like standard stuff. But the writers are writing a show for Vince McMahon and then putting it on TV. And it doesn't work the same. One person's opinion is not going to generate to a couple million people's. But that's the way it is. Like we're getting a lot of insight into the creative process in the last couple of weeks. Can we have you do the Shockmaster entrance through your wall there with the Mrs. Being Mad? If I did a Shockmaster entrance through that wall, I'd need a hell of a lot more than a $10 super chat. Yeah, that's one I can't do unless I got like a freaking. I would. That one would be one I'd have to prepare for. I'm not going to be able to do that. But most other entrances for wrestlers I can do. I'm gonna have to add that to the list of the ones I can't. So Shockmaster I can't, Melina I can't, Dana Brooke I can't. Other than that, it's all fair game. That's what this is for. I brought this on here so you guys would have the option to see me do stuff. I sang Bohemian Rhapsody earlier. So much different stuff. I think we need to start an Indiegogo or Kickstarter for the funds to get Greg to do the Shockmaster entrance properly. There you go. Get me the funds to make like a studio or something so I can have way more room to do the entrances. I can like get a ramp and everything. And Gary says I request Charlotte. Charlotte's like front flip. I can't do. I can do all the other stuff, but I can't do the front flip. But you got to send in the super chat first if you're requesting entrances. Speaking of women's wrestling, is anybody familiar with the Stardom shoot incident where Yoshiko legitimately beat Act Yasukawa? I don't think so. Cherry Mark, I can do the Boogeyman entrance. I can do Randy Orton's entrance too. Super chats need to happen though if you want those entrances to happen, and that needs to land on entrance. Charlotte Flair, the whole entrance into the ring. Physically can't do that. I cannot do a splits. That's why Melina's entrance can't happen either. So I'll have to add that to the list. If there's any splits involved, they aren't happening. I'm telling you that right now. So Charlotte's can't happen. Dana Brooks can't happen, which is cartwheel. It's not a split. So Melina's can't happen either. But Boogeyman's and Orton's can. If you guys decide to do that. All right, so plug in stuff from my channel, youtube.com/luckofthedraw. I have Great, do the HBK from the Rafters entrance at Mania. I don't think I have a zip line in here. Is Candice Michelle underrated in your opinion? No. I was never that impressed with Candice Michelle's in-ring work. She's probably perfectly rated or slightly overrated. Yoshiko beat Yasukawa to the point where she retired. It's sad. She, in all honesty, would have been blackballed after what she did. Gary, well, brother, I have to get ready for my bizarre 12-hour shift at work, but I do wish you a great night. Thanks for answering my questions. I'll keep spreading the word. Cherry rocks. I appreciate it, Gary. let as many people know about this as you can, because the more entrances and the more songs and more goofy dances I can do, uh, the happier I am. I enjoy doing this stuff for you. I can see Greg Cherry doing the Boogeyman entrance with real live ones. I'd probably be better off doing like freaking like gummy worms or something. Y2 Woody, Godfather, Pimpin' Ain't Easy. I can do that one. That'd be an entertaining one for me to try. Super Chat's got to happen, though. Like, you guys keep suggesting entrances. You got to send in the Super Chats for them to happen, buddy. I have no problem doing them. But you Damian Sandow 2014 when he failed to cash in Money at the Bank. It was 2013, but okay. Gilbert's entrance. If you did Godfather's entrance, you'd have to get some pose for authenticity. That would not go over with the wife, I'm sure. One of these days, I need to get T-Fame on here, because if Travis and I are both doing the entrances, it'll be hilarity for anybody. Do Titus O'Neil's entrance to the Greatest Royal Rumble. I could probably do that one. We'll get like Garden Hose. How about that? Have you watched any of the Vice sports documentaries outside the ring on YouTube? I saw the one Fabulous Moolah. It was good. It was a good, bad, vice versa. Sure, Greg, I will pay millions for a Bob Backlund entrance. Send in a super chat, and I'll do a Bob Backlund entrance. Do ECW Miz. I can do that one. It's like I said, guys, you can request all the entrances you want, but until you send a super chat, I can't do them. That's how it works. It's the wheel pen set, right? Crying out loud. Right here. Right here. Gotta do that if you want the entrances to happen. I love that you guys are into it. Gotta follow the rules, buddy. Cherry Mark, how does the Bob Backlund entrance go? Didn't he just walk to the ring? I'm sure I could do some Bob Backlund like mannerisms. See ya, the real AC. Could you do the Sandman entrance if requested? Probably. I'd probably have to go get a can of pop from downstairs or something. Make a mess of the upstairs. Do Velveteen Dreams NXT New York. Do the Velveteen Dreams entrance would be interesting. I don't know if I could do it. Do you do TNA entrances also? If I'm familiar with them, I can. When your wife be mad at you spilling beer all over yourself in your house? Well, it wouldn't be beer. It'd probably be pop, or I get water or something. But she probably would. I heard something. There's some TNA entrances I could do. I'm not as familiar with them. AJ Styles TNA. I could probably do that one. I have to get some candy cigarettes too. That I don't have on hand. Does the super chat money go to you, your wife, or bills? It does go to me. Like the money does go to me. Like I don't. Like you guys don't send in the money. It just goes to some random person. It does come to me. But we have enough money for our bills and stuff. Like it goes to like fun stuff just randomly for me to do. Um, do Charlie Haas. Charlie Haas doing like somebody else or actual Charlie Haas? Chris Cahill, people always wanting Dean to be like Brian Pillman. What's up, Big G? You missed a couple entrances so far. Um, Alexa Bliss and Heel Doink. The guy's got me running the gamut of entrances. Um, do I watch any UK promotions? I barely have enough time to watch WWE, to be honest. Um, I'll tell you what, if you praise the best wrestler in the world, Colt Cabana, I'll send $20 super chat. You promised stuff like that before and you never sent it. Tell you what, if you send the $20 super chat, then I'll praise Colt Cabana. Because I did all the praising of like Jinder Mahal and like the Great Khali and stuff. I never saw the money. So you go first and then I'll do it. Greg doing the 3-count dance would be hilarious. I'm trying to remember how that even went. I'm aware of 3-count. I'm aware of Tank with him, but Riff still got his $10 spin. If somebody buys a spin, he'll do another $10. So that's still on the line. Somebody donates $10, and then somebody else in the chat gets a free spin, courtesy of Aaron Rift. So that's still on the line. Anybody who wants to take me up on that. If you like these live streams that I do, then follow me on Twitter at PA Sensation, or share the link on your Twitter, or Facebook, or wherever. Share it to your like wrestling fan groups because I'm sure they'd appreciate the entrances that I do, the dances I do, and whatnot. I try to give as authentic of entrances as I can for the limited amount of space that I have, but I don't know. I have fun doing it. I have fun doing it for you guys. So next person to send a $10 super chats, we'll get a spin, and then Aaron Rift will give a spin to somebody in the chat. So I'm awaiting the next couple spins. I've given away 2 shirts today already, which is awesome. Getting those shirt sales up. So we'll see how that goes. Could give away another shirt. Could give away 2 shirts with the spins. I don't know. Who's going to take up on the super chat next? I know Big G's done a couple the last couple times. I didn't win a t-shirt chair. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You did too, Ken. What is the ideal number of people in a Money in the Bank match? Was 8 too many? I think 8 is good. 8 isn't too many. They did 10 one year, which that was ridiculous. There didn't need to be 10. That's just way too much chaos. I think 8 is fine. They used to do just 6, which 6 was good. And they did one year where they did 7, but or a couple of years where they did 7. 8 is fine. Especially since they have the brand split and they do 4 Raw, 4 SmackDown. If they did 3 Raw, 3 SmackDown, I'd be fine with that too. Any less than that would probably be too less. Any more than 8 would probably be too much. Did I get a message from you, Ken, on Facebook? Or I don't know if I did or not. I got one from Chris Mace who sent me his stuff. But maybe respond to Chris. We're singing that Firefly Funhouse thing. Oh, you got to sign into your Facebook. Okay, you'll do it after the fact. That's fine. Nathan Timlin says no such thing as a brand split. It's already dead. Yeah, it's weird nowadays. I don't know what it is. Steve Blackman and Kaientai, or Head Cheese. Hey, Blackman made up for it with 6 hardcore title reigns. So he was awesome with the hardcore. Like him and Shane at SummerSlam was such a fun match. It's good to see Diev back in the chat. You've missed some spins already. Vladimir Kozlov. There wasn't a whole lot to Kozlov's entrance. Yeah, okay, so where was I? I think I was trying to promote my channel like 15 minutes ago. I never finished. So, youtube.com/luckofthedraw. I just want to plug this real quick. I just uploaded an episode of Flashback Friday with me and Jeff. We reviewed the Invasion pay-per-view. We watched it at the same time, and we reviewed it as we were watching it. That was entertaining. That was fun. We're going to do that every Friday. Every Friday. So that'll be something. I need to upload WrestleMania 2000. I need to upload a couple episodes of sarcastic commentary. Do Festus entrance. Cherry Mark, you got to send in stuff for me to do an entrance. Jinder Maharaja said Chad Gable should imitate wrestlers on SmackDown, and Ken said depends on Gable if Gable is funny enough. Gable is funny enough. Some of the stuff he did with, I almost said Benjamin, not Shelton Benjamin, Jason Jordan in NXT, he was hilarious. Both of them were together. I could do Festus's entrance on his own. What are your thoughts on Ministry Taker when he sacrificed younger women or something along the lines of that? You mean like when he tried to marry Stephanie? That was interesting. Gable has charisma, humor, Jerry? Yeah, he definitely does. It's just not showcased a lot. But he's a funny dude. It was probably more in NXT that he got to showcase that. But he was funny. He was like underratedly funny. Even some of the stuff he did with Bobby Roode, I guess. Which stable was better, the Wyatts or the Shield? Their Elimination Chamber match was the best match on the card. Yeah, they did have a fantastic 6-man tag. Probably one of the best 6-man tags the company's ever done was that match. I'm surprised nobody's wanted me to do like a Taker entrance or something. Because I guess that'd be kind of easy. McMahon used to try to get guys over, now he's trying to keep them down. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe with the competition that AEW gives, he'll be willing to listen to the fans more. Does anyone know when the pre-show starts? And are you going off just before it starts? Yeah. My stream will finish at 6 o'clock Eastern. Cherry, don't you have to use special effects to emulate Taker entrance? I do. What's up, TJS? I do, and I actually have, like, I can change the lighting in here, actually. So I can, like, do the darkness and, like, I can try to do the, like, raising the lights thing. So, do ABA Taker entrance. I don't have a bike in here. I should get, like, one of those kids' bikes and try and ride that around. Or something. But yeah, I can change the lighting in here. So like Velveteen Dreams, I can do like a purple or something. I should have done pink for Val Venus last time. Do the Razor entrance with vest and toothpick. You know, I love the suggestions. Don't get me wrong. I can do a lot of these, but I need the super chats to happen. And you know what? You can get, if somebody sends a $10 super chat to get a spin, somebody else in the chat gets a spin too. So if you want to see these happen, if you want to double it up, send in a super chat. Rift will match it. I have it on my phone. There we go. The target entrance would blow you up. It probably would. I'd do it. I'd definitely do it. I did the Warriors entrance, which definitely blew me up. Antonio or London's entrance. Like Antonio Cesaro. I can't do the backflip, though, for Paul London's. What was the most entertaining entrance of all time in WWE? You know, the Sandman's at ECW One Night Stand was pretty good. Did you see the video of Arnold Schwarzenegger getting drop kicked in the back? Yeah, I saw that. And he, like, no-sold the crap out of it. Because good on him. Yeah, I did see that. It's kind of insane that anybody would decide to do that. But they did. So, what are you guys thinking? Greg, I can imagine you doing the Brutus Clay entrance. I could. I could definitely do the Brutus Clay entrance. Like I said, you guys submit the super chats. You land on entrance. You tell me what entrance to do. Chances are I probably could. Help me, I need a Lamborghini. Whew. Oh my. They only limited the WWE entrances. No. If it's an entrance I know how to do, I'll do it. So if it's a TNA one, I could totally do that. Some people's kids, maybe. I'm telling you. Why do you need a Lamborghini anyway? Can't you get away with a Ford? Unless you're having trouble getting laid, I don't know why you need to drop kick Arnold. Not that that would help your case anyway. So yeah, I think next week, just in case there's like a lull or something in the stream, now that I know how to put videos over top of this, Cherry Mark, my longtime crush, added me on Facebook. Should I shoot my shot? Yeah, why not? Do it. Diane says, Greg, do a Triple H WrestleMania entrance. I think it would be cool to do a Triple H entrance on here. I haven't had the opportunity to do one. Chris Cahill, I would love to see Tessa versus Charlotte Flair. That'd be good. Sasha's teased a match with Tessa, just in case her contract doesn't work out, or whatever the case may be. I think Tessa versus Sasha would be fantastic, psychology-wise. Everybody said Charlotte or Becky. Everybody forgets how good Sasha is. Just saying. Yeah, I'd like to do a full-blown freaking Triple H entrance. But nobody's requested that. And Riff's deal of sending in another $10 super chat, if you guys could get double the entrances, or somebody could win a shirt or something. Get your wallets out. Send in a $10 super chat. or get people that get other people that want to watch. You know, we got about an hour until the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, so I can still entertain you guys for another hour. Can we get you to rappel from the ceiling for Sting entrance? My ceiling is only like 10 feet tall, so I wouldn't be going far. Maybe not even 10 feet, probably like 8. Maybe once I hit the lottery, which in that case I probably won't need to do live streams for money, I'll be able to do like a full-blown entrance video with all sorts of different entrances. Just have like a ring and have like the stage set up and whatever. But unfortunately, I have limited space. Okay, what can you do? You can recreate Sting from the helicopter on Nitro if that's the case. There we go! Antonio Jones with a $10 super chat. Alright, sweet. Alright. Chris, I'll get your question in a second. I gotta give Antonio Jones a spin, which means Riffs is coming soon. So, Antonio, here is your spin. Here we go. Dance break! Alright, let me look at my dance break playlist. I don't have many for those, but alright, let me see what I got. This will be interesting. That's an ad. Somebody did a version of the song "What Is Love." Chris Cahill gets a free spin. All right. So I'll do the dance first. Well, I'll do the spin first, and then Chris Cahill, this is your spin. Let's hope it's a good one. Entrance. You get an entrance. So you choose that one. I found... I always get nervous, like, when it slows down around the orange spot, because Bankrupt is right here. That's twice now I've hit that entrance spot, but there you go. Chris Cahill wants a Ministry Taker entrance. Okay. First of all, I'm going to do a dance. Somebody did like a Sega Genesis version of like the What Is Love song. I will. I'll do it. So, you know, the What Is Love, Baby Don't Hurt Me, that song. Somebody did like a Sega Genesis version of it. I've never listened to it, but I'm going to try to do it justice. Anybody remember the Saturday Night Live skits? Or like Night at the Roxbury or whatever? That's basically this. So here we go. $10 well spent. All right, now Ministry Taker. All right, let me see here. Blah, blah, blah. Stop auto. All right. All right, here we go. As per request, Undertaker entrance. Actually, give me 1 second. All right. All right. So there you go. Undertaker's entrance. Right there for you. Tanya, I can run the gamut. Different entrances. This is like SmackDown on PS1. Yeah, it was basically that. I tried to do the lights to the best of my ability. What I should have done is just turn them off. And okay. I like the other version of the same theme, but without the chance at the beginning. Yeah, I did what I could. All right, we got Ministry Taker entrance now. Alexa Bliss and Heel Doink. Chris Cahill, best entrance you did yet, Greg. Well, I appreciate that. It's harder to not that particular one. I wish I like doing these at this time, but I kind of wish it would be a little bit darker out, maybe during the winter. Because then maybe on my one screen I can do like the Triple H lighting, which I need to put together a video for that so I can have like the Triple H lighting flashing, so I can do that entrance. But yeah, I've done entrances, I've sang Bohemian Rhapsody, and all that just less than an hour before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So we've had a good time on here. It's been good stuff. Ken says, I thought Cherry's Warrior entrance was his best one. That one was exhausting. Definitely exhausting. But we've done good so far. Less than an hour left before Money in the Bank, like I said. So, well, less than an hour to yeah, it was intense doing the Warrior one. I understand you requested that one, Ken. Like I said, there's so many wrestler entrances that I'm getting quite the variation. Like I've got New Generation era, Attitude era, and Current era, all on this show. Anyone know where I can catch the Money in the Bank kickoff show? Yes, on the WWE Network, which is only $9.99 a month. And if you haven't signed up, you can get a free trial for a month. And you can watch it live on the network. I guess it is on YouTube also. Chris, yeah, he almost killed me with the Warrior entrance. If one person requests the Warrior's entrance and the other requests the Paul London's entrance, Cherry might get a heart attack. I can't do Paul London's backflips, so... nor the slide. Oh, yeah, what was your previous question, Chris? Hold on. Set up a card, Indies versus WWE. What would it look like, including AEW? That'd be tough. I don't follow the indie scene a whole lot, so I don't know if I could give you a decent answer on that. As far as like WWE versus AEW, I'd probably have to like sit down and plan out the card, because I don't want to give out like matches that I don't think could sell. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on this rumor about Rollins facing Edge? I feel like if his neck was legit, that'd be perfect, but not pushing it if that's the case. I haven't heard that at all. Mr. Anderson, imagine Greg doing Billy Gunn's Ass Man entrance. It's yours for the taking if you want it. You think I have some shame in doing entrances? I did Val Venus's entrance last week, for crying out loud. Billy Gunn's Ass Man entrance would not be a stretch for me. Crying out loud, I did the Iconics a few weeks ago. I did their entrance. I didn't actually do them. My wife will not be happy with that. Yeah, if you send me the super chat and you land on entrance, I'll do Billy Gunn's Ass Man entrance. I don't care. Or Billy and Chuck's. Either one. Would you do Naked Midian's entrance? I don't know if YouTube would allow that. Honestly. I gotta have some limitations. I don't think anybody wants to remember Naked Midian. He actually had a European title match with William Regal on a pay-per-view. And that was thankfully never seen again. But yeah, Billy Gunn's entrance, I don't have any problem with. If Edge actually had the ability... Matthew, check out Greg Cherry parody of RedTube. Oh my goodness. If that was actually a thing that existed, I'd be kind of terrified. Um, if Edge actually had the ability to work again, that would be awesome. But I don't. I haven't seen anything where he could come back. I think it's a completely separate thing from Daniel Bryan. Um, yeah, I don't see him wrestling again. Like you said, Nate, there's no point. He's already done everything he needs to do. He retired because he medically could not compete. There's no reason for him to compete. I'd be more excited to see Christian compete because I think his injuries were similar to Daniel Bryan's. Um, so if Christian ever got in the ring again, that would be okay. Um, Ken says Regal's moment with Big Vito was better. I'm probably the only one who missed Vito in no DQ. You know, I never got to be on a video with Vito during his brief time with no DQ. So I can't say whether I missed out on it or not. I did get a random Skype call from him one day, though. I think he was trying to set something up, and I was in the call. I was like, oh, sorry, Vito. Do you think Rey Mysterio will ever get a Universal title run? Maybe. He might get a U.S. title run after tonight. I'm really surprised Christian nor Edge and Christian is in the WWE Hall of Fame, but oh well. Yeah, Christian needs to get in. Like, people have been calling for Christian for a couple of years now. I don't know. I kind of hope they do it. Caleb, what do you think about Ray passing his mask on to Dominic? Dominic's already been unmasked on TV. There's no point in putting the mask on him, in my opinion. No DQ should bring back Jexy Rocks. She actually just worked an indie show yesterday. I think she was in a battle royal. I still follow her on social media, so that's how I knew that. Chris Cahill, that's one tag team that should be in the Hall of Fame, is Edge and Christian. Yeah, I'm surprised they're not as a unit. Christian, honestly, could probably go in on his own, too. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if 3 or 4 years down the line, Edge and Christian goes in the Hall of Fame and Mr. Copeland becomes the next 2-time Hall of Famer. Yeah, that's possible, because you figure you got Flair, you got Brett, and you got Shawn. Christian did have a fantastic TNA run. He absolutely did. He had so many good moments in TNA. I actually got to watch live his first TNA title win against Jeff Jarrett, or I guess NWA World Title. Don't want Jeff throwing me like it wasn't a TNA title back in 2006. It's like NWA World Heavyweight Championship when he won that from Jeff Jarrett at Against All Odds in 2006. The Booker T is a 2-time Hall of Famer. That's correct, with Harlem Heat and his own induction. So you got 4 2-time Hall of Famers in there. And I was happy Harlem Heat got in too. Harlem Heat was so good in WCW. So good. They were one of the coolest tag teams probably ever. Harlem Heat. They're such badasses. They were awesome. Do you think Cesaro needs his old entrance music back instead of using Sheamus's? Yes. There's no point in using Sheamus's unless Sheamus isn't going to wrestle anymore. So Sheamus's entrance theme is Sheamus's entrance theme. But if he's still using the bar entrance, maybe it's a tribute to Sheamus if he can't wrestle anymore. Because I've seen those reports that Sheamus can't compete in the ring anymore. You're mad when they split up Harlem Heat? Yeah. They split them up a couple times. They split up, and so Stevie Ray could go to the NWO, and then they got back together, and then Stevie Ray turned on them again. It's like, geez. 42nd Street Matthew. I always loved Harlem Heat. When I was 12, I called people fruit booties and say I hit them with my slapjack. Nice. Besides Christian, is there any snubs that are not in the Hall of Fame? Well, Owen Hart's a big one. I think everybody calls for Owen Hart, but I don't know if that'll ever happen. Ken says, I heard Sheamus is retiring, but Cesaro and others denied it. Yeah, we'll never know until they make an official announcement, one way or the other. I hope they do stuff with Cesaro on Raw, and he's not just, like, relegated to the lower part of the card. Because a good singles run for Cesaro is needed. Is the APA in the Hall of Fame yet? No, just Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons went in on his own. So Bradshaw is not in. Nor is the APA in as a team. I could be alone, but I think IRS should go in the Hall of Fame. I'm surprised he's not. Because even before that, with like the U.S. Express and whatnot, and as long as he's been around. But would he get inducted as IRS or like Mike Rotunda? The Swiss 19 got a huge pop. Yeah. We thought China would never be in the Hall of Fame, so I wouldn't count out Owen Hart. Yeah, we never thought. What's up, Kyle? Just now joining us. You missed some great spins earlier. That crowd reaction when Simmons beat Vader for the WCW World Title was incredible. It absolutely was. I love watching that clip over and over again. Like, and JR's call and how nuts the crowd went. So good. The first time I saw the clip, like there were like African American kids in the crowd crying because Ron Simmons won. It was just such a good visual because they were so emotional. Because I think he was the first African American world champion in wrestling history. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was such a big moment for Ron Simmons, and it was so good. Like people just associate Ron Simmons nowadays with damn, and like his time was Farouk, but you go back and watch his stuff at WCW, and man, was he good. It was so good. You have a Sunday off so you can watch a pay-per-view for once. That's good. I always have Sundays off. I always have Fridays off, which is awesome. I think Right to Censor should go in the Hall of Fame as a group. Well, you got Ivory and The Godfather in by themselves, so you had 2 of the 5. It would make Ivory a 2-time Hall of Famer if the RTC went in. And The Godfather, too. Kyle, I don't know if you've ever been on my stream before, but I do this gimmick called the Wheel of Pensen, where if you send a $10 super chat, I spin the wheel, and I do an entrance, a song, a dance, or you win one of my shirts. So, I just want to point that out. I think William Regal should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, Warhawk Rambo, I agree. I wonder if they're waiting for a good time to induct him, but Regal definitely should be. Chris Cahill, I love Ron Simmons as the leader of the Nation of Domination. We are the Nation of Domination. It's such an awesome group. Regal's not only a great competitor, but he doesn't mind humiliating himself. That's true. Watch his match with Goldust on Raw Roulette. People don't associate the Nation of Domination with like the Attitude Era and like the beginnings of the Attitude Era, but they really should because there was a lot of attitude there, especially with their feud with Ahmed Johnson. Like that stuff got deep. Not a lot of people remember that, but it got intense. Regal's facial reactions are just outstanding. Yeah. Cherry, nice Nation theme impression. If I went Spain, can you beatbox? I could try. If you got enough, you can earn a spin and maybe win another shirt. I don't know. It's funny, Matt. We were just actually watching Invasion. Jeff and I were. And I pointed out at the end of Regal's match with Raven, which was not a great match, by the way, watching it back. Regal getting screwed out of the win. Regal's reaction after he lost, like the angry look he had, it's such classic Regal. It was so good. Regal made everything much more believable as far as the rest of the world goes. He's so, like, William Regal is just so underrated, even to this day. A lot of people love William Regal, but I think he's still underrated. I'm surprised Ahmed never became a bigger star than he was. Seemed like he was poised to be a top guy. I remember him being injury prone. Yeah, he was injury prone. Are you doing a free spin for answering a trivia question correct? Yeah, I typically do that at the end of the stream. I started that last week, actually. That's how the first shirt was won. And Matt, I do agree. Regal is one of the best to never win a world title. You know what? If he wouldn't have got caught with, like, drugs or whatever in 2008, he might have actually had that world title run. It's like he decided he wanted to bulk up, and it was a poor decision on his part. But people got to be accountable for their own decisions. Cherry, you're going to condemn me, but I keep forgetting Triple H's WCW moniker. It took me many minutes to remember Terrorizing. Are you talking about Jean-Paul Levesque? I'm guessing that's what you're referring to. I don't know if he was terrorizing in WCW. He might have been. I need to sit up a little bit. I realize my mouth is cut off. Speaking of Hall of Fame, where is Cyndi Lauper? Is she not in? Is she really not in? I could have sworn she was, like... I know freaking Wendy Richter's in, but I guess I didn't realize Cyndi Lauper's not in. Mr. Regal and Mr. Anderson are two guys who should be champions. Are you talking Arn Anderson or Ken Anderson? Either way, I agree. Shane Piper ain't around to induct her. Yeah, it is. It is a shame. They kind of missed their chance there. And he was terrorizing in WCW. It must have been early, like way early WCW. Because I don't remember that. Mr. Kennedy. Yeah, that's... Mr. Kennedy was definitely... I loved Mr. Kennedy. From the very moment I saw him on Velocity against Funaki, I loved the gimmick. So much. I don't think there has ever been a gimmick in WWE history that I have enjoyed from the outset like I did Mr. Kennedy's. I enjoyed that. I was a huge fan before his main roster debut. You have to remember, this is before NXT, this is before the network and stuff. This is just straight up Velocity and Heat. And I saw him on Velocity the first time. And yeah, he was TNA champion twice. But like WWE, he was so entertaining. His arrogance was so good. I loved the gimmick of Mr. Kennedy. Glad I got to meet him too. He was such a good dude. I'd love to work with him if I ever got to run an indie company. I think that'd be so fun. He was actually Mr. Anderson in that match against Funaki. He was Mr. Anderson, and then he changed his name next week to Mr. Kennedy. But he was so good. I'm glad he was at least United States champ in WWE. Well, he won the title as a face. He beat Jeff Hardy after he beat Matt Morgan in 2011. And yeah, Warhawk Rainbow, I agree. It is a shame that Jake Roberts never held any gold in WWE. WWE and their weekly name changes, no surprise. Yeah. Well, you figure people were not a ton of people watched Velocity back in the day. I enjoyed watching Velocity. There were some good matches on there. There was even a couple title changes on Velocity. Um, for those that remember, Frankie Kazarian's brief run in WWE was on Velocity. So it provided a lot of moments that people might otherwise not have seen. But Mr. Anderson / Mr. Kennedy was just so good. I enjoyed him very much. I wish he would have stayed healthy. You know, if he wouldn't have lost the briefcase to Edge, if he wouldn't have been discovered having an injury, he would have won the World Heavyweight Championship in Pittsburgh. But Edge did instead, because they did that gimmick and then they found out his injury wasn't as bad. I don't know why they took the damn thing away from him in the first place, because he said he was going to cash in at the next year's WrestleMania, and he was healthy that WrestleMania. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? So upset. Mini rant. Anyway, still got half an hour in the stream. I will be doing a free spin for a trivia question later in about 20 minutes or so. And the gimmick for that is the first person to answer it correctly in my chat, from what I can see, will be the winner of the spin and could win a shirt. I mean, it happened last week. The person who answered the trivia question won a shirt. So, it could happen. And you know, I actually did 2 trivia questions last week because the first person who won Truth Time and then didn't send in a question. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to end the stream with somebody not getting a spin fulfilled. So I did a second one, and that person won a shirt. So it is what it is. We've had a good stream so far. Most of the money from my super chat money is going directly to shirts. It's fine. But you guys, if you still want to spin on your own, if you haven't got one yet, you can still send in super chats and try and win a shirt of your own, or try and make me do another entrance. Anything you want. I do have to look up. One of the things I need to do. I saw Cindy was at work. She didn't have a chance to freaking jump into my stream on her break. Had a chance, Cindy. Did Fame get his predictions in? Yeah. Okay. So, since it's Money in the Bank tonight, I'm going to look up a good Money in the Bank trivia question. Airsake Greg, hockey question, if that's okay. Okay. The Stanley Cup playoffs still going on? I think they are. Penguins have been out of it for a while, so whatever. If the Sharks make the finals, will you be cheering for them over the Bruins despite the Penguins beating us in 2016? Yeah. You'll never see me root for a Boston team. ever. So yes, I'll root for the Sharks. Jeff's probably the one who wouldn't root for the Sharks. I'll root for him. I don't care. Brandon Lamar. Hey, Greg, I'm new. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? Joining in on this craziness. You've missed some entertaining stuff already. I've sang Bohemian Rhapsody. I've done the entrances of Undertaker during his ministry days. Doink the Clown when he was a heel, and Alexa Bliss. All courtesy of the Wheel Penson. So, definitely an entertaining stuff. So yeah, I will... Cherry, since you talked about Mr. Kennedy, did you like him during the Pirate Paul Burchill debacle? Yeah, I mean, he wasn't too involved with that. I'm pretty sure Kennedy was actually, like, hurt during that time frame. The Pirate Paul Burchill. Yeah, you're not... All right, Kyle. Yes. Yes, Wheel of Penson, baby. Get another spin. All right, Kyle. You get to determine what I do. Well, we'll see what happens with the wheel, but here we go. Another spin. Entrance. So, Kyle, you get to choose a wrestler's entrance for me to do as your prize for winning. It's pretty awesome. Just shy of a Road Story and, like, in between Road Story and Truth Time. So, any wrestler's entrance, Kyle. Whichever one you want me to do, you pick. This is the most entrances I think I've done in a stream yet. It's 4. It's typically 3 is the most. This is my 4th one. So, yes. See, here's the thing. If you guys like spread the word of this live stream and people keep donating and keep hitting entrances, if there's a 33 1/3% chance, he wants me to do Vince McMahon. Okay, I'll definitely do Vince McMahon's. If you invite more people, there's a 1/3 chance on this wheel that you'll get an entrance. Like, there is a really freaking good chance you'll get an entrance. So, invite all your friends, have them watch, all your wrestling friends. Talk to as many people as you can for these streams because they happen every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. So, check that out. So, here we go. Let me cue up good old Vinnie Mac's entrance. And we'll get that entrance done.
You're writing that.
Oh, shut up. All right, here we go.
No chance, if that's what you got. War against the machine too strong. Pretty politicians buying souls for us all.
we go. All right. So there you go. Vinnie Mac entrance. Caleb, do you live in regret? Is that a shot against Brian Zane? But that's 4 entrances now. We still got a little bit of time before I do the trivia question. Like I said, the first person who answers it correctly will get a free spin. That's something I've been doing. Half tempted to do this again just to see the best in the world's entrance. You want to wear me out doing Shane's entrance? Go for it, Kyle. I can do Shane's. Actually, I like doing Shane's. Shane's is fun. If you do Kevin Nash's entrance, does your quad go out? I hope not. Fortunately, there's not a whole lot to Nash's entrance other than, like, posing at the top of the ramp and doing the whole that thing. Nash's big entrance is mostly in the ring, so. And doing, like, that thing or whatever. So, yeah. Kyle, if you want to send another one and get me to do the entrance, go ahead. Let's see if you land on entrance to get me to do Shane O'Max. So I'll be exhausted again. Yeah, Shane's would be a fun one to do. If you want to, go for it. No, nothing's stopping you. So yeah, Money in the Bank is tonight. I'm looking forward to it. It should be Kyle got to be Greg Hamilton. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the best in the world, Shane McMahon. I love Shane as a heel. I love Shane in general, but it's... Ken says, I like Son. That guy's very fun to listen to. We were just talking about that in the No DQ chat, actually. People want him to be a regular, which is fine. He should be. He's entertaining. So, yeah. Money in the Bank should be good tonight. We've got a cage match. We've got a couple ladder matches. We got Roman Reigns against Elias. That'll be what it is. 2 Becky matches, which will probably be back-to-back if I had to guess. I was tempted to go... I was tempted to pick one or the other over Becky, but I feel like if I would have picked the wrong one, Becky's going to win her first match. I'm just going to point that out. Whoever Becky faces in her first match, she'll beat. That's my opinion. I think she'll beat the first one, and she'll either beat the second one or lose the second one. She's beating the first one regardless, in my opinion. But I felt like, especially with the No DQ predictions panel, if I picked against Becky and won and picked her for the other, and the results were mixed, because I don't know the booking order. So I was going to say Charlotte wins and Becky wins, like Becky would beat Lacey, but Becky would lose to Charlotte. But if her match with Charlotte is first, I feel like she would beat Charlotte and then lose to Lacey. I have not seen Greg Hamilton's documentary yet. I've heard it's fantastic though. I wouldn't be surprised if Becky loses both titles as a sign, Vince telling Becky that she has to earn her spots again. I don't see that happening. If she loses, especially the way Raw ended, she's not losing both. I don't see it. I actually picked her to win both, which is unlikely. Plus, if whoever won the women's Money in the Bank cashed in on her, her best shot would be to cash in after Becky had won both matches. Or if she does lose her second match and then the Money in the Bank winner cashes in and makes her wrestle a third match, and then takes both titles from her that way. That could happen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But we will see, because it's happening tonight. I do want to check out the Greg Hamilton thing. I might check on that tomorrow, actually. Because I heard it's like a mockumentary, so it's fantastic. We'll see. I'm really interested to see what direction WWE goes here. I picked Corbin to win. I have a feeling he's not going to, but yeah, Mr. Anderson, unfortunately, I feel the same way. If Sasha doesn't make an appearance tonight, she won't return, and that's sad. I love Sasha. I always have. If the women's Money in the Bank goes on first, it's a good indicator. It's definitely a possibility. I don't think... Wouldn't Becky be considered a 5-time champion with 2 titles? No. Hold on, Brandon. CM Punk is the best in the world, not Shane. If CM Punk ever came back to wrestling, I'd probably agree. I know Shane isn't actually the best in the world, but the whole gimmick is hilarious to me. Becky would... I don't know how they're breaking up her how many time champion she is, because she won the initial SmackDown Women's title for her first reign. She beat Charlotte at Hell in a Cell, and then she won the 2 titles at WrestleMania. So I think technically it makes her a 4-time champion. I think if she still has both titles, then the Money in the Bank winner, if they decide to cash in on her, would have to specify which title they're chasing. Again, I don't know. We've never been in a situation where one person is holding 2 belts for Money in the Bank. But hey, I lost a bet with Kofi winning the WWE Championship. I'm not betting against Kofi again. I know better. What time is the kickoff? The kickoff starts in 20 minutes, which is when the stream ends. So once this is over, you guys switch over to the network and watch that. So there you go. Kyle, I'm guessing you didn't want to see Shayno's entrance. Do you think Shane wins tonight with the help of the B team, then goes to SummerSlam to face the Miz for the Best in the World Cup? Probably not. I'd be surprised if they kept the feud going on that long. I'll be surprised if Kofi loses the title within a month because he worked his ass off to win the big one. I'll be surprised too. I don't think he loses to Kevin Owens. Especially because I've seen him advertised as champion facing Kevin Owens at the Saudi show in like 3 weeks. Which I think I'm going to live stream that one. Maybe not. I might do it on here. I don't know. What do you think? Would you guys want to see my live reactions to the Super Showdown show? Let me know. Let me know in the comments if you want to see me live stream it. You might not get the Wheel of Pensem that day, which is fine, because I'll probably still do the Sunday one. But, or maybe I will. If the show's that bad, I'll add the Wheel of Pensem. Who do I consider the best in the world right now? Probably either Seth or AJ. I know everybody wants to say Omega or Jericho. Jericho's actually probably up there too. I don't know. We'll see come Saturday night what happens with Omega and Jericho. CC Drink, welcome back. Of all time, Shawn Michaels. I know I've said Jericho too before, and Jericho's honestly up there. But my personal pick for the greatest of all time is Shawn Michaels. All right, guys, it is about that time. What's a license plate for? One second. Okay. So, this might be an easy question. Might be an easy trivia question. So here you go. For the free spin. Everybody ready? All right. Money in the Bank pay-per-view is tonight. So this question is Money in the Bank related. There have been 2 years that have had 3 matches for a Money in the Bank briefcase. What 2 years are they? That's your question. And I need both for the correct answer. So send in your comments. Mark Del Rio, how are you, Greg? I'm doing well. I just asked a question. 2 years have had 3 matches for a Money in the Bank briefcase. What years are they? Michael Gonzalez did it! Right off the bat! Wow! Very nicely done. 2010 and 2012 is correct. WrestleMania 26 and the Money in the Bank pay-per-view happened in the same year. So, 2010 and 2012. Yeah, 2010 had those 3, and then 2012 had the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and the TLC match with John Cena and Dolph Ziggler. Very nicely done, Mike. So you, sir, get the spin. That's awesome. That's awesome. Good job. I didn't expect anybody to get that quick. I expected people. I was going to do what was the first year 3 happened, which was 2010. I figured that was too easy, so I threw in the second one. And wow, I didn't expect anybody to get that quick. So good job, Mike. So here we go. What could possibly be the last spin of the stream. You guys still have opportunity to send in a super chat if you so choose. So here we go, Mike. Here is your spin. Entrance. It is another entrance. All right. So, Mike, you get to choose which entrance you want me to do. I did not think about the women's, honestly. That would have been a correct answer. I was thinking strictly the men's. So, Mick, you do have a point. Mick Foley. Okay. All right. Mick Foley's entrance it is. All right, here we go. All right, so here we go. You guys still have a chance to send in a super chat if you want one more entrance before I go off the air. He said Mick Foley, so I'm guessing like straight up, not Mankind, Dude Love, or Cactus Jack. I'm going straight up Mick Foley. So that's what was asked. If you want one of the other 3, send in a super chat. So here we go. Mick Foley entrance. Mick Foley's entrance for you. So, 5 entrances this stream. Still got 10 minutes left on the Wheel of Penzance, if you so choose. Giving away 2 shirts, giving away 5 entrances, and a song. There we go, yes! Kyle with another $10 super chat, yes! All right, let's see what we get with this one. All right, here we go. Ken, you're having a good time with this one. It's entrance again. Kyle, is that what you want? You want Shano? Let me know, because he kind of changed his mind. It might be. Hey, I still got dinner here in a little bit, so. Let me know, Kyle. What entrance do you want? I know you mentioned it earlier. I wasn't sure if you changed your mind. Deuce and Domino. I don't really know if I know theirs, because they came to the ring in a car, so they don't have much of one. I don't know if I can do that one, because they came to the ring in a car with Cherry, who was on roller skates, which I also can't do. I can't do Melina's. Can't do that one. Kyle, you may have to choose again, because I don't think I can do that one. I don't recall what their entrance was other than coming to the ring in a car. I'll move this out of the way, like, once you make your decision. But. Kyle, let me know. We only have a couple minutes left in the stream here. I want to get your entrance in as soon as I can. Shane McMahon with Greg Hamilton intro. Okay. Okay. Shane O'Mac it is.
Yeah.
Hey, I said pause. Stop. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, rhythm and blues entrance is kind of out of the question. I think I did Honky Tonk Man one week, but. Alright, so here we go. Last entrance of the day, likely. Unless somebody somehow sends in another one. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the best in the world, Shane McMahon.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, patent pocket. You got the dollar, dollar, can't dance, so stop it. Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold on, your best hits with the box stop. See, first of all, I'm stepping out on my own. About time I elevated to claim my own throne. Success in my blood, call it homegrown. Puerto Rican testosterone. Power and money got me crazy cocky. No longer need you, poppy. I know you're mad because you can't stop me. And if you wonder how this player is sweet your honey, I think she smell my cologne. It's called brand new money. Making mental movement ain't a damn thing funny. Pimpin' hood rats to Playboy bunny. They see the
Rick's gonna get so many emails. But there I am. I'm gassed. I'm gassed, and we still got 5 minutes left in the stream. Thank you. It'd be even better if you could see my footwork. But, yeah. So there you go. So wow, that's 6 entrances today. Tell you what. The best in the world part was great. You should do it. Hey, replace one Greg with another, you know? I'd be fine doing that. Be Shane McMahon's personal ring announcer. That'd be good. Oh, absolutely. No problem. Absolutely, no problem. So we still got a couple minutes left in the stream. So 6 entrances, 2 shirts given away, and a song. We did good. We did good this time. Appreciate you guys watching. I don't want to close it out till right around 6, so we still got... It definitely is a good run. It means people enjoy watching the show. That's the goal. And I made enough to cover the shirts, so that's another good thing. Definitely a good thing. So I'm not gonna push anybody to like try one more super chat before and see if we can squeeze one in. But I appreciate everybody watching. Let people know about this. You guys love watching me do these. You know they happen every Sunday at the same time, 3 p.m. Eastern. And doing them before a pay-per-view is definitely fun because we got a lot more pay-per-view discussion going on. Let your friends know. Let your friends know. Let your wrestling groups know. Retweet it on Twitter. Is there Greg Cherry does a wrestling promo on that wheel? There should be. You know what? Maybe I should replace Road Stories with cutting a promo. Like if I land on Road Story, I'll cut a promo on whatever you want me to cut a promo on. How about that? Just because I don't feel like my wife fixing the wheel. Plus, I don't land on Road Story that often anyway. And my superstar impressions are limited. Like, I got Macho Man, which is a pretty decent one. But, I'll have to bust out a Macho Man one at some time. Or tell one of my road stories as the Macho Man. That might be impressive. I don't know. We'll see in future weeks. But, until the next time, please let everybody know about this stream. You guys love it. You guys are entertained by it. I do the entrances for you. I sing songs terribly. I dance okay. I forgot about the dance, too. Man. Jeez. So I sung, danced, gave away shirts. I pretty much hit everything. So yeah, let people know about these streams. They happen every week, 3 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. And, you know, I enjoy doing them for you. So, thank you everybody for watching the shows, watching the streams, watching me be a complete goof for 3 hours. And then, follow me on Twitter, @PASensation. If you want to just straight up buy one of my shirts, go to prowrestlingtees.com/PAsensation. A couple of you won the shirts earlier, so you might not have to, unless you really like the shirts. And they're super comfortable. So prowrestlingtees.com/PAsensation. YouTube.com/Luck of the Draw is my channel. Go over there and subscribe so you can watch Jeff and I review classic shows. We do that over on my channel. And there's a lot of other good stuff on there. just keep tuning into these streams. I love doing them for you. I keep getting some of the same people every week, enjoying them, and love having you guys here. I really do. So enjoy Money in the Bank tonight, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good night, everybody, and let's go Baron Corbin.